Okay, so what we are going to do now is take a look at different trading platforms you can use. I'm going to talk about kind of pros and cons of using them, and let me first say that I picked a Sierra chart, Exo charts, and TradingView. These are all essentially paid options. You have a option to use a free platforms, which are namely Atas, Quantower, and also something like Go Charting. The reason why I'm not including them is that although I tried all of them, there were some issues when it came to trading crypto with their APIs, and I just didn't like the platforms overall. But they are free, so you might want to take a look at them. As I said, these free platforms are going to be a Atas, Quantover, and also Go Charting is one of the free ones, I think, at least. These two are definitely free. The Quantover is only free with FTX. Atas is free overall for crypto, but like I said, I had some issues with them, with their API, so I'm not using them, therefore they won't be covered here. But for the Sierra chart, Exo charts, and TradingView, I will take you through all the important things. Also for Sierra chart and Exo charts, you will find a trading templates below this video which you can just kind of import, and you will be good to go. So first of all, let me start with a Sierra chart. You can see I have a bunch of chart books here opened. If you're gonna go to, first of all, I'm using actually Mac, so for MacBook you need a Parallels, which is a virtual machine. But once you have a Sierra chart installed, you will put your templates into the data folder inside the Sierra chart folder where you installed it. So this is how your chart books will display. Let me close everything that I have here first, so it's going to be a less confusing. Just give it a second. It's a little bit, this platform is a little bit hard to learn, but it's well worth it. I have just minor issues with it when it comes to crypto, which I don't like. What you can see, I closed 10 chart books and it all lagged, so give it a few seconds. Let me just talk about it first. Sierra chart is a well advanced trading platform. If you're gonna go to the sierrachart.com, this is basically where you make an account, and once you will log in, you will be able to download the platform. When it comes to pricing, you will essentially need this package. For crypto, you will need this package which will cost you $36 per month. This is only for crypto. If you want to trade legacy futures, there are few options. The first option is if you will use a broker such as mp4 futures, for example. I think they still provide you a data for Sierra chart, so you will be getting data directly from them, so you don't have to deal with these things. But I do these things a little bit differently. Even when I was trading futures, I used a brokerage called Trade08. This is really a good broker, and they have a really nice web-based platform. So what I basically did is that I'm still doing this actually. I am using this package, which is the same as this one, but I also use the Sierra charts data feed, so it costs $46 a month. What I do then is I have a account with mp futures where I put a minimum deposit, which I believe is $500, which allows me to have a live data inside the Sierra chart. So on top of this $46 a month, I also pay I believe it's a $30 a month fee for the CME data feed right inside of Sarah chart. But when I was trading legacy futures, which I don't do right now, I was also paying for a data here. So the disadvantage is obviously you are paying a data twice. You can only buy a top of the book data if you are doing this, which costs only $10 a month for all US markets. For European markets, for example, it costs 22 euros, I think. But I was executing trades via the trader weight, but all my data and everything is sitting inside the Sarah chart. So to kind of around this number, if you are only trading crypto, it will cost you $36 a month. If you are trading a legacy markets, it will cost you something around $60 to $70 per month, basically. So, and nowadays when I swing trade, I trade a CFDs actually, so you don't pay the data for that. But if you wanna swing trade or just trade futures overall, TraderWeight, great platform. You know, I'm not in any way affiliated with them, but I had many withdrawals from them. Everything always went just fine, and you just have to pay a extra for a data feed from them as well. But yeah, this is kind of a way of doing it. You are not paying anything monthly on AMP futures. You just deposit money there. They don't charge any inactivity fee, so I just have a couple $100 sitting there, which allows me to connect to the live data. So we are here in a Sarah chart. This is how it looks when you open it. You're gonna go to File, Open Chart Book, and then you will see these two chart book that I provided to you. You can click on multiple selection or just select one. It doesn't really matter, and you will open them. This will once again take a minute to load everything. I preset these two for crypto. It's a Bitcoin data feed for Bitcoin futures on Binance exchange, and for the legacy markets is the E-mini S&P 500 on a CME. As you can see, you know, this is just a lagging thing. I think it's because I'm using the virtual machine. Actually, it's so slow, but only when I load things and close things. So just give it a few seconds to open. Meanwhile, we can take you through, I can show you the exo charts real quick. I'm going to give you a breakdown to the whole platform, but the exocharts.com is also a web-based platform, although I will be showing things in their app, which you can download. If you go to here, you're gonna click on a profile, and then you can see I have a plan here which is not going to expire for a bit, but here is the desktop platform which you can download. It's also for Mac, which is nice, so I don't need to use any virtual machines or stuff like that, so you'll just download this. I think the exocharts cost is 28 euros for 1 month, so it's around the same price as the Sarah chart basically. This thing is still opening, so give it a little bit, and I will just quickly take you through the things you need to pay attention to. The last one is TradingView. I'm also using the desktop app actually for TradingView. I don't know how much TradingView actually costs. I think the price is similar. You basically need I think I need to do it in a browser for TradingView, because the basic version there is a free version which doesn't allow to use a volume profiles, and also limits the number of indicators that you can use per each chart. So you need to have this which one I have this one. You can see this Pro Plus one, which costs $25 a month if you buy it annually. If not, it costs $30. Or do I have this one? which one do I have? Oh, I have this Pro Plus, which I pay annually. During the Black Fridays, and there are some other sales throughout the year, but I think the Black Friday is the biggest one. So if you are watching this around November, you want to be waiting for a Black Friday deal. I think this one is also going to do it, but I don't know. I'm just using this Pro Plus. I don't think you need a premium one. Yeah, this one is more than fine. So as you can see, the cost is around $30 a month for each of these platforms, basically. You don't need to be like me. You don't need to all of them, obviously. I probably also don't need all of them, but you know, it is what it is. Which one you should be getting? That's a good question. The thing is that with Sierra Chart you can do everything. The Sierra Chart is really a standalone platform. You don't need anything else, but the huge downside for crypto is that they don't have many data feeds. They only have a Binance and BitMEX data feeds, which sucks a little bit because BitMEX is not bad for trading Bitcoin, but Binance, the volume, I do believe that Binance is using some sort of a volumizer when it comes to volumes, so all the participations at the highs and the lows are so huge, it's kind of sometimes it's really hard to have a clean read on the order flow. So if you want to be day trading and focus on really a short term kind of a rotations, I do recommend you getting ExoCharts, but you cannot use ExoChart as a standalone platform. You will need a trading view as well for like a simple charting. But if you want to be more of a swing trader, the Sierra Chart will do everything you need, basically. But trading more markets, especially if you want to be trading altcoins, you don't want to be using Sierra Chart because you will have to download each data. It's just pain in the ass to do, and it's essentially not worth it. If you will be swing trading altcoins, and I will show you later on, basically for those that are interested in swing trading, how you don't really need many of the advanced order flow tools and how everything can be just done if you think about things a little bit in depth and use just the volume indicators. So the more markets, like trading a lot of markets, especially altcoins, you want to be using trading view. If for example, what I do, actually I do this kind of a medium term swing trading, and I trade 6 futures markets. I already mentioned that. For this, Sierra Chart is actually great, so I'm using Sierra Chart. If you want to be day trading legacy futures, I've been trading bonds for a long time. I used only Sierra Chart. This is a perfect platform for it. If you want to be day trading BTC or ETH, I would actually use ExoCharts due to the fact that you want to be looking at the Bybit data feed during the cleaner patterns in the order flow. So yeah, but anyway, we are finally loaded. At least this Bitcoin chart got loaded. The ES, I think this is just so slow, so give it a few moments. Okay, so this is your Sierra chart, and there is a guide on YouTube by Axia Futures that covers all the settings, the simple settings, basically. So you want to watch that. I will just show you how to do kind of these specific things inside the platform that you want to be finding useful. First of all, your charts are not going to be looking like this. The layout will be the same, but the colors will be a little bit different, and that you will change here in a global setting and the graphic settings. Here you can basically change color of everything you see on your chart, so play through that. I'm using this kind of a dark layout, but you can save different layouts, so I just can click here on a light then I can load the settings, and you can see all my charts going to change the colors to the light side. Then I have a dark one. Once again, everything, but you can see these footprints are not looking so nice again, so that kind of sucks. I have to change that manually. The reason why all the charts change is when you go to chart and there is a graphic settings for a chart. So you want to have this use global settings instead of these settings for your charts to, you know, so they will change altogether. You can see in a chart book you have a 30-minute chart here. Here is a 4-hour chart which will load in a second. There is a daily, there is a TPO, and there is a 30-minute footprint. If you double click here, you will also have a intraday chart which you can then kind of minimize and, you know, move around here. What I did, I turned off these title bars, so, you know, with them it's looking like this, but if you want to have this kind of a borderless layout, you're gonna turn these on and off. But if you want to minimize that chart, you have to double click it first and close it. Okay, there is also a weekly chart, and all the indicators here I will be covering then later on, so it doesn't really matter now. If I press F6 on the chart, you see all the list of all indicators that are inside the chart book. This is for each chart. You know, there are the different ones that make it, you know, look to be a footprint. This one here is going to make it the TPO chart, and so on and so forth. Also, the important thing, if you press F5, you can change a settings for the periodicity. So if I'm going to go to the intraday chart, which is this one right here, and this is now set at 5-minute chart, I'm going to press, you can see how slow this is for some reason. No, maybe it's because I'm recording the screen. And if I want to change this to the tick chart, I'm going to click the number of trades per bar, and then I just need to put some high number here, because it's, you know, there is a lot of ticks in this Bitcoin contract on Binance, because they use a bigger decimal places. That's the other thing. If you will change the instrument, if you want to switch this to ETH, for example, you're gonna go here and you want to click on Binance, or you can do the BitMEX one. It's up to you. You're gonna click the get symbols on the Binance chart, which will take a little bit to load, and here you have all the symbols that are on Binance. What is important to do is, once you change the symbol and click apply, this will change. It's kind of a dumb thing that is done here with this data feed, and you need to change the tick size to 1 and price display format to 1 as well. For some altcoins this has to be lower number, but like I said, just stick to, if you are trading altcoins, stick to TradingView. The other important things are the session times, which when you go to the advanced settings, there is a time zone. I have this set for London, so for crypto I am using basically midnight to midnight, which if you are going to change it for your time zone, you need to also change the time, so because you know the daily open is at midnight London time, so these things has to change respectively. Other thing, every chart, if I'm gonna go to the daily chart, for example, and I'm going to press F5, you can see that here is a number of this chart. This Bitcoin, you know, daily chart, it has the number 3. The weekly chart has number 6 right here by pressing F5. Then if I make some drawings on the chart and I want to see them on a different chart, I need to go to, this is a 30-minute chart, and I'm going to press F5 again, go to the advanced settings, and here are the copy chart drawings for chart numbers, and I'm just going to place the numbers with comma from the charts I want to have, you know, these different drawings displayed inside this 30-minute chart. So if you take a look at the legacy markets, this is still loading. Of course, the data for ES are huge, so it will take quite a bit of time to load. But it's basically the same thing. Only thing that's different, you can see I have a different session times here based on how markets open, you know, in London basically once again. So this is something you need to pay attention to if you are going to change this. For example, if you would be trading something on Eurex, and we're gonna, you know, click on DAX here, for example, then you need to change your session times accordingly to how DAX is actually trading. So this is one of those things that you need to pay attention to. But besides that, everything is kind of a setup for you here. When it comes to execution, you cannot execute crypto trades in Sierra chart. It used to be possible with BitMEX, but they had this really awesome bug where your stop loss, if it gets triggered, it cancelled the order, so you wasn't taken out from a trade, which happened to me 2 times basically, and that's not a thing you want to experience. So they cut the support for execution on BitMEX, and they also are not supporting execution on Binance. What you want to be using when you are trading crypto, you can either trade directly via the exchange, but the insilico terminal.com is a better way to do things. It's available for Bybit and FTX, and you know, they have all the advanced order types, and it's a really great platform for execution. So you want to be using that. It's free. You just set the APY there, and as I already mentioned, you know, for trading a legacy markets, you can do it directly in Sierra, I think via AMP futures, but what I did, I used TradeAwait and executed trades inside their platform and only used Sierra chart for charting. So this is a Sierra chart. It takes time to understand, but it's not a complicated platform, and it's a really good platform as well. But like I said, you are trading a lot of altcoins. Use TradingView. You are only trading BTC and ETH. You can use Sierra chart. You want to be day trading BTC or ETH, you want to use ExoChart because you have that Bybit data feed, which I think is better compared to Binance. If you are day trading legacy markets, you should be using Sierra chart. All the templates are preset, so you don't need to change everything. You will see the exactly same thing as I see right here. Only thing is that if you change your colors, so you don't want to have a, you know, dark charts, but you want to have light ones, you need to go to indicator settings for footprint and market profile and these numbered bars. You need to change these colors, you know, respectively. The color settings are here basically, and then there are some color settings in these volume profiles. In here you want to play with these a little bit to have this, you know, better looking than this basically, and there is this one right here, but it's only a color settings. Besides that, you don't need to change any tick settings or anything else. If you will change instruments, then you might want to be changing the tick settings basically for the volume profiles. You know, that's one of those things you want to change, and also you need to change tick settings here for a TPO chart. But how I did that with this chart, I increased the tick settings here, and you need to untick this auto set data from the data feed, otherwise it will be really a messy thing. So you're gonna be doing that. But when it comes to indicators and stuff, I will be covering in a in those videos that you are all set here. Okay, the exocharts. Exochart, this is their desktop platform. Like I said, I'm using. You're gonna click here, and then there are basically two options. One is importing the templates from a web, but the files I will provide to you, you will just click here to import files. And you will just import those files from any download folder or whatever. You'll have a basically two templates, which I think are the most useful ones. This is the intraday chart for BTC, for Bybit. Once again, everything is set up. Unfortunately, the relative volume candles are not available in exocharts yet, so you won't be having that. That's the only thing that you will see in these videos that is kind of missing in exochart. But besides this, it's really everything is set up. One thing that is a little bit interesting, that you have to draw the VWAPs manually. You know, this is not a VWAP. There is not a kind of a VWAP indicator, so you need to be basically clicking this. This is the VWAP indicator for Sierra chart. You just kind of anchor it from the start of each day, so you will click here and just draw it to the end. But once you will double click it, you will click this anchor to last, and it will automatically extend, and you can also lock it, so it won't be moving throughout the day. So for the VWAP you need to do that manually, but other than that, everything is kind of set up for you. I don't even have a TPO chart here, because I kind of found out that I don't really need it. The naked points of controls are automatically extended, and also you can see these single prints from prior days are shaded levels, so I don't even have a TPO chart here. Honestly, I'm not really, as I don't really need to have it here. You can just sometimes just kind of hide candles, and you will have a TPO chart without that if you want. So you can just duplicate this template and make it look like just a TPO chart by itself. The second one, which is the footprint in here, it has a same tick size as the intraday chart, which is 987 ticks for Bybit, and this is extremely clean bid and ask footprint, which is highlighting the high delta in candles. Don't worry, we will cover everything about it later on, but you can see, you know, you have this large size tracker, you have a volume delta, CVD for the day, you have a CVD here as well, and you have a delta for each bar. So I like this footprint quite a lot. It's really clean one, and it gives you all you need. I like it better than the one which is on Sierra chart, which, you know, does this kind of a overall profiling basically, or what it also shows a volume profile, but it's I don't know, the one in EXO is actually simpler, and it's just looking better. You can see if you take a look at this ES chart that it's a little bit too big. You have so many TPOs here, so once again you can just click on this. This is still loading, so it's awesome. I don't know what was happening, and you just increase the tick size of, okay, sorry, this is the wrong, you need to click this one with the ESH22, and you will just increase the tick size of the blocks. Let's put it on 3, and you can see this, the ticks are much better visible. So this is how you fix something in Sierra chart, which is when you have just too many data going on. Everything is set on a 5-minute chart here, but when it comes to tick charts, you need to kind of find the ones that suits you based on the volatility. Like I said, in the EXO chart and BOT and Sierra chart, there is not much to set. Really, everything is kind of done for you. So all the things that I will be covering later on are just here. So you can play with the different indicators. You know, if you right click, go to chart settings, here you can change the colors, for example. You know, looks and feels are here. These different kind of indicators, you know, these TPO charts, you can change things there. But everything, like I said, everything is really prepared the way that I use it. For more comprehensive guides, I believe there are guides on YouTube. Also, the Exocharts have their own Discord, so just go ask there if you don't know anything, or just DM me, I will help you. The last one is TradingView, which I believe I'm not able to kind of export these templates. At least I don't know how to do that, so we will really quickly go through what I have here. And for kind of this medium term swing trading, you will see that it's a more than enough. Anyway, let me change this to the light template so it's a little bit more visible. So the first thing I have here is this relative volume indicator. I have it on a daily chart, so I'm gonna go to indicators, and if I put a RVol here, I do believe it's going to be this one. Okay, it's not this one. Give me a 1 second. These are all things that I have here are free indicators that are from Sierra chart library, so you don't need to pay anything, but I am so unsure now which one is this. I might have it somewhere. Relative volume Bitcoin. It's this one. Okay, nice. So it's, if you're gonna go here and you will place relative volume Bitcoin, it's by this guy. If you're going to open it, you will see that it looks a little bit different. You need to okay, because it's different one actually. TradingView is interesting platform. I'm not sure if I like it a lot or I don't like it at all. It's the same author, but it's not a Bitcoin one. Yeah, this is the one, and you can see already, everything is kind of preset here. These relative volume candles, you change the colors here. Other than that, you don't need to change anything. So this is the one that is highlighting the relative volume inside in the oscillator here. Then I have a same indicator basically, which is coloring the candles. It's this one. It's the Koala Feed volume extension. If I'm going to go to the settings, you can see these are my settings. I don't know if they are default or not. The calculation here is a little bit different, so sometimes you will have this pickup in RVol here, but the candles won't get colored. This is why I have two indicators for it, and I just kind of hit the lower volumes, and I'm just kind of kept these high volume bars. So this is for the candle coloring. Another thing is I have the VPOC per bar is this indicator right here. If I'm going to open it, let me just check if it's actually if it's the one. Yeah, it is the one. Here are the settings, and since I changed the coloring, you can see it so well, but it's highlighting the volume point of control for each bar, which I will cover later on why this is important. Just you can see that I have it here. The profile on the right is a simple visible range, which is the native indicator from TradingView. These are my settings. I don't have the value area for the composite profiles. I'm interested in these high volume nodes, which I will talk about later on. You can kind of extend it and change it, but I just have it for everything like this. When I draw levels on higher time frames, I'm just kind of zooming out and have the whole thing here. Okay, so then I have the 30-minute chart here. Let me just once again change this to the light settings, and the things are pretty much the same. I have the POC per bar, I have the candle coloring, I have the relative volume indicator, and then I have the spaceman key levels, which are these lines that show me the prior day and prior week and prior month highs and lows. You can see this should be turned off actually. I'm only looking at highs and lows from prior week, day and month. Okay, all these kind of yearly opens, I know a lot of people are using that, you know, monthly opens and stuff like that, I'm not using. So only looking at the prior highs and lows. And the last thing that I have here is the VPSV, which is the session profile, which, you know, the spaceman key levels are somewhere here, is this indicator, and the VPSV is just a volume profile session volume. I'm not using the HD version. I don't even know what it is actually. I'm using the basic one. You need to have that pro version of TradingView for using a volume profiles. So that's one of the reasons you need to pay for that. But yeah, this is extremely simple setup for a TradingView that I'm using, and basically how you want to be doing things when you will be, for example, day trading Bitcoin, is you will be marking your kind of a higher time frame key levels from 30-minute chart and daily chart in the TradingView, and then you will just need to transfer them to Sierra chart, which, you know, obviously you will have to do them basically manually using these drawing tools. You can also do that on the desktop platform. You don't need to download. You can see when you double click on this number axis, you will draw this horizontal line, and then you will just change the settings. You can, you know, have a text. Basically, you have even some presets here for support and resistance and everything. But yeah, there is not really a daily, like, looking at kind of a daily charts and the higher time frame charts on TradingView is a little bit better than using ExoChart itself. So this is why you will be using both. Other than that, I am not really using much else. Oh, I'm also using the aggregated tape for trading a Bitcoin, which is here. I just opened it, so but you can see I have Bybit trades here, I have all futures trades here, I have FTX trades here, then I have the CVD for futures. This is a spot and futures pricing. This is the liquidation map. Here will be the liquidations, and these are the spot trades. Here I will also provide you the template under this video. How you will use this is you're gonna go here to settings, click, you know, plus upload template. It's this is the website basically. Okay, here's the website for it, and you just kind of upload the template, and you can just minimize it, and you will be having this aggregated tape for the crypto. This is a specific thing for crypto because, you know, sometimes for these liquidation, it's just a good tool. I mostly look at liquidations basically, and yeah, that's about it when it comes to it. So okay, so this was quick rundown of a platforms. Like I said, if you never used them before, make sure, you know, for example, Sierra Chart has this really in-depth guide even on their website. The ExoChart, they are not hard, but I had a lot of people DMing me about the platforms. But the thing is that you really need to take your time and get familiar with them, because, you know, you will be spending a lot of time inside them. So just kind of asking questions is not going to do it. You know, you really need to get used with them. It's really important thing. So I hope this at least helped of covering the basics and how to load the templates and everything else.